Hey guys, MC Mora here, and as you know, the Alex trailer for Street Fighter 6, his gameplay trailer have officially dropped. I have not seen it yet. I wanted to save it to see it with you guys, so you have like a genuine first thoughts, genuine first impressions. Unfortunately, due to the internet and the news are everywhere, I did know that he's not a charged character anymore, and apparently he have like a ton of throws, but him not being charged means that he probably drastically changed his gameplay. Anyway, I'm interested to see what is Capcom cooking with Alex. The gameplay trailers are always amazing. Let's not waste any more time and get into it, right? Oh boy. Alex is one of these characters that, I don't know, I really liked what he did with World of Tour stuff. Damn. He looks massive.
I'm used to being hated.
I'm not gonna pose it like the first time around, then maybe we'll pose it and look for stuff more in detail, right? Several pointed out that they're using like the Street Fighter 3 font for his name and the trailer or everything. That's really cool. Dropping the weights? Nice. Wait, why is he shorter than Luke? That's weird. His proportions are kinda weird. Nice. Forward throw. And they got a song for him? Isn't he a heel? We got a song for a heel now? Nice. Seems like you have a lot of target combo. That is a power bomb. Still got the crouching heavy punch. The dive bomb, yep. Why are they not doing combos and constantly going for resets? Still got that. That is his heavy punch now? Seems like he's charging some of these heavies. Yeah, that looked charged, like that heavy punch earlier. Target combos again. DDD! And oh my god, punish counter stomps, OTGs. That's kind of like a butt slam. He got like the Blanca crouch stance thing that he's doing. Oh my god, a drive rush shake bait. Nice. He have a lot of. Seems like he have a lot of hit throws. Breaks armor, nice. Yeah. So many hit throws. Interesting. That mean consistent Hoki. That's actually good. Wait, did he go from the suplex to the bar bomb? That looks cool. Wait. Wasn't that like the V-trigger thing? Where he does like the lariat thing? The dash lariat? Nice. Lariat is still in there. Break his legs. I'm sorry, what? That level 3 is a little bit weird. So I get what you're going for, like they paused out from the pain, but it's pretty anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie. Like as far as the level 3 goes, it's cool that he's like breaking a leg, whatever. That's interesting. But maybe they should have done it like the Jamie critical art, where it's like there is anticipation for the and then he breaks. That would have been a lot cooler than I don't know. Nitpicking, but I find that level 3 to be really weird. Maybe it's the trailer, maybe they'll still gonna work on it, improve it. Nice lariat. Lariat makes him back turns. That's interesting. That is Kenny Omega stuff, because I did hear that he did like the motion capture for him. I saw that on the on our local WhatsApp group. So obviously the trailer looks amazing and he looks cool, but I do have some stuff that I want to see. So first of all, is it just me, or he's not as big as I would expect from Anna? First of all, before we get into anything, I love that they gave him a different stance. Finally, they got rid of the broken leg from Street Fighter 3 and 5. Maybe Street looked in Street looked a little bit better, but in 5 his idle stance was horrible. So they gave him like this is a new stance, looks much better, and I get like he's kind of hunched over, so maybe that makes him look a little bit shorter, but. I don't know, because like even in like Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 5, Alex was huge. He doesn't look as big proportionally to Luke, which I find to be a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, and one thing I noticed is that he's doing a lot of this. He's doing, let's watch it in slow-mo. He's doing a lot of that, where is it? He's doing a lot of that hunched over stance. Yeah, where he's like ducking and then dashing forward. That is everywhere. And his jump is really short. Is that a target combo? That's standing light kick, medium kick, heavy kick into heavy punch. So they did, oh, it is there. I was about like, did they take out that heavy punch? Where it's like, that was really annoying in Street Fighter 5, but it seems like it now is in a target combo. So seems like a regular heavy punch, but this seems like a target combo. Probably like a medium punch into an overhead, regular overhead. This is regular grab, which looks cool. He have a lot of throw animations, by the way. And I do find him, I do find it interesting that they have like a song for a character that's quote unquote playing like the heel, which is interesting. So ducking, goes under fireballs. That is another regular grab. Because it doesn't do like a camera transition. That's how you know if it's like a regular grab or a command grab. We saw one prior where he like had the arm locked, and this is like another one. Light kick into, this looked like a special move because of the head spark, target combo. His jump is really short. That is like a DJ jumping light kick. That is so shallow. That is gonna be really hard to anti-air. Alright. Was this like a cancel into that stance? No, he fully recovered. I don't know. So what this seems to me, given that we know that he's not a charged character anymore, they made him a Tekken character. It looks like he's doing this crouching stance before he does anything. And I'm assuming this is the move that, this is like his stance that he get like a bunch of follow-ups out of. So he jumps out of that, light kick, goes into the power bomb. Interesting animation. I wonder what strength is that. Stance into, and this is a new special move. Or maybe it's like, but we saw the flash shop. This is his regular jump. Alright, so this is the regular jump. Stance into the crouching heavy punch anti-air. This is regular jump. So he does have two jumps. There is a jump from the stance, which is really shallow, and then there is a regular jump where it's like a regular height jump. Makes the anti-air with another forward grab. So probably he got like a Zangief thing going where he have a bunch of different throws. Jumping medium punch, floats, kind of like everyone else, and that is So this is his new heavy punch, and he's charging it. And I already think I saw something like this with his heavy kick. So Alex definitely got a charge mechanic going. Flash shop, that makes him back turned, and then he goes for the German suplex. Choke into bam. Looks kind of cool. This is the back throw. That's kind of nice. Heavy kick also looks charged. Transitions into the stance. He's doing everything out of that stance. So man, that's so weird. So I am wondering, or the DDT, and obviously here he does a stomp, and he's doing it out of that stance, right? Here he's assuming that charging, let's call it charging stance. So can he do like the special moves out of that stance, or is it logged to that stance? Because here we saw that he did the stomp out of it, and we know that he got a regular jump, so multiple angles of approach. And he does have like a dash that might go under fireballs. So instead of making him a charge character, they logged a lot of his options behind that stance. That is a compromise so that they don't make him a charge character. And he also does the elbow, right? So out of this, he does the stomp, medium punch. This looks like a special. This is a special, dude. This is like a version of the flash shop, I'm sure, which will juggle. He's gonna cancel it into the crouch stand thing and then cancel that into the elbow, which is relaunch, and it's a spear, which that is an amazing level 1. That is an amazing level 1. Nice. Nice. This one pissed me off. Dude, are you showing me someone getting punished for trying to check a drive rush in the trailer? So it's like, you know how toxic this is? And it's like, yeah, we know it's mad toxic. Deal with it. God, that shit is never going away. Oh my god. Mad toxic. Yeah. That is the EX knee. That looks cool. I love that he changes the animation port. Flash shop, trade with projectile. So this is kind of like the heavy, and I'm pretty sure that was also in Street Fighter 3 and 5, where that looks like the heavy shop. It happened to it deletes projectiles and seems like it punished countered Ryu based on that hit spark and caused him to be back turned, and then he got the follow up, which is interesting. So this is like a canned follow up, it seems like. Target combo, cancel into stance, normal. Seems like yet another special out of that stance. He have a lot of hit throws. Like out of stance, he have a lot of hit throws. This is either hit throws out of stance, or what I'm seeing is that the move transition into hit throws if they happen to hit counter hit, right? Because this is what it seems to me. Because here he's hitting Ryu counter hit out of the DI, so the crouching heavy punch. This to me seems like the startup of a crouching heavy, or maybe it is a move in its entirety. I don't know. So it's either like a special move. This slides. Again, either specials or normals that hit in specific states, so they happen to trigger that animation. Backdrop, and the backdrop switches into the power bomb. So he retains the side. Because one of the things about the backdrop is that you get them back turned, go for the backdrop, and then they would switch sides. So you get them out of the corner. But what they're showing us here is that he power bombs him back into the original side. Baits, hyper bomb. That is the OD version. Dude, that is insane anti-fireball. That is crazy. That's level 2. That's actually crazy. And obviously he got the DI, which bam. He got some jiggle physics on the jeans. Actually kind of funny. Cancel into stance, lariat out of stance as well, light kick, OD shop, and bam, he's going for the level 3, which I don't know, I found it to be a little bit anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get what they're trying to say, but it's anticlimactic. Looks interesting, but like I said, he is substantially, let's like the video. He is substantially redesigned. Like, it seems like his entire game plan, and whether Alex will be good or not depends on that stance and how good it's gonna be and how good the follow-ups are. And probably he's gonna move away from being a neutral character bully, kind of like a Street Fighter 6 Honda, to being like a character that relies on the mix from that stance. Seems like they turned him into a mix-up character. Again, seems to me at least, initial impressions, is that this is another Street Fighter 6 Sagat, where the character will have like a different function. Overall, he looks amazing. I don't know about his size. Seems to me like Alex maybe should be like 10-15% bigger than what he is. Maybe to me. I also find, and what I'm gonna say is mad nerdy and mad nitpicky. But here's the thing. I always imagined Alex, we know that he's based on Hulk Hogan, right? And Alex always seemed to me like a power wrestler. Kind of like a Goldberg or like a Batista, you know, someone who like with a lot of power moves. But a lot of the stuff that they're showing, especially with the head grabs and all of that seems very technical. Like arm lockdowns, that sort of stuff. There's still power, obviously, but it still seems awfully technical for someone who's supposed to be like a meathead muscle dude. So he's doing stuff that is more in line with, say, like a Kurt Angle. I haven't seen wrestling in a while, but he's doing more of the stuff like I would expect from like a Bret Hart or like a Kurt Angle or like a mid heavyweight that is very technical, like that sort of stuff. You wouldn't see that from like a Batista or a Goldberg or like a really big power dude. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is a little bit weird. Maybe that is a Kenny Omega influence. It's because he's doing like the motion capture, so they catered Alex to the Omega. I've never seen like a Kenny Omega match, by the way, but maybe they catered Alex to like the Kenny Omega wrestling style. This seems to me like what's going on, especially with the power bomb, because I find it, I like the way he bigs them up for it. It looks kind of cool, but it seems, how do I say this? When you compare his power bomb to like a Lily command grab or a Manon command grab or a Zangief command grab, they all seem much more epic. Like they lunging way in the skies and brings them down. This is the most realistic command grab. Alex is barely jumping. Like how he bigs them up here is kind of cool, but this is much more low key than what the other grapplers got. I know I'm nitpicking like crazy, but honest thoughts, right? Anyways, let's check out the blog post. Hailing from the Big Apple, Alex or whatever, he's coming on March 17th, which is diabolical. Like he comes out in 2 months, it's crazy. That story mode art looks kind of cool. First appearing, his daughter Patricia. He got really cool design. All the time on street has made Alex move quite a spectacle, but now with a pro wrestler career, he has incorporated new moves into his routine. We're talking scary new stance over 10 throws and moves that transitions into other. So they made him a Tekken character. Oh, and he's no longer a charge character. I hate that they're putting this as like, oh, and he's no longer charged. Like, that is so cool. As someone who's like an advocate of charge character, I love charge characters. I started on Balrog. I started on charge character. That kind of pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. Cover your eyes. Alex is ready to blind the opponent with the Flash Axe and Flash Shop. Flash Axe is Fireball, Light, and Medium. That is the move I talked about. Like that new, yeah. Oh yeah. Light is a great combo ender and safe on block, where Medium can transition into the Prowler stance on hit. So that's called Prowler stance. His new stance called Prowler stance. Alright, so he have one that is just a flat out combo ender, one that transitions onto stance. Flash Shop is Fireball and Heavy. So there's just one Flash Shop where this bodacious moves hits on the ground. The opponent will get turned around and be open to a follow-up grab. Yeah, so this pretty much acts like it did in Street Fighter 3. Where they will be turned around and you can go for the power bomb or oblique stomp for some wicked damage. So I take it the Flash Shop is also plus on block. The OD version allow Alex to trigger into transition stance on hit. So this is very Tekken-y, where it's like this move will let you transition into stance. This move will let you, so it seems like his entire gameplay will be around this mix. Reminds me kind of Elena, where she wanna hit you and then go for the roll to kind of reset you. Whether she's gonna go for like the blossom block or the overhead. Nice. Aerial knee smash, that is such a crazy screenshot, is a fantastic anti-air as Alex jumps into the air and slams the opponent into the ground with his knee. The light and medium version doesn't hit standing but are quick. So these are anti-airs. They say fantastic anti-air. This move never was that great of an anti-air. So them saying fantastic anti-air is kind of encouraging. Don't hit standing. The heavy isn't great but can be comboed into and hit standing. The OD comes out fast and will result in a hard knockdown. That is great, honestly. In this game, getting hard knockdowns is really good because makes Oki very consistent. Alex is ready to be the main event with his signature power bomb, while all versions result in the same damage. Interesting. So they kind of went with the Manon, where they all do the same damage, but light has the more range, slowest, while heavy has the least range and fastest. It's like Manon's command grab. Unique property of power bomb is that if the opponent has their back turned to you, they turn into the drop, suplex, which result in even more damage and switches side. Alright, so that's how it always behaved. If the OD version grabs an opponent from behind, you will hold forward, it will transition into hyper bomb, increasing the damage and fall to successful. So that's exactly what I talked about, right? Where one of the things was you get the backdrop, you let them switch side, but now they're telling you like, no, but the OD version, you can switch, you can select which side you're on so that you don't lose the corner. Alright, that's cool. This move have some guts, so introducing the Prowler stance. Alright, so this seems like the important stuff. A new start to Alex's moveset, and that will keep the opponent on their toes. So it's a mix-up stance. First of all, Alex can't block while in the stance. So exactly, this is a Tekken stance. So you pretty much use that to transition on hit so that you can reset the opponent. So he got a mix-up stance. There are far too many to go over. There are 11 different follow-ups. That's a lot. He's not beating the Tekken allegations. Far too many to go over. Let's bring quick highlights. Pressing heavy will do his rusty lariat. He moves plus on block. It was +4 in Street Fighter 5. I want to see how more plus is gonna be. And it have armor. That is crazy. It also turns the opponent around upon it counter it. Yeah, I think I saw that in the trailer. Pressing light kick, Alex perform a tactical hop, a quick hop where you can follow up with any aerial attack, and pressing medium kick will do the air stampede. So light kick is like his short hop that I talked about, and medium kick is his stomp. So pretty much you have one stomp, but I take it like you're probably able to aim it, target it a little bit. If you land sweep combination, hyper takedown, or danger zone, a punch comes with transition into flying suplex. If you land sweep combination, that is a target combo. Oh yeah, he did have like a double hitting low stance, right? Where he did something that looks like the current sweep. Hyper takedown, that's a throw or dangerous armbar on a punish counter, they'll transition into flight. So like I said, it's like moves that, oh my god, I'm surprised how much I'm getting this right. So it's like, yeah, there are moves that if you happen to hit as a punish counter or like counter hit, they will transition into the, that was like all of the hit grabs. Have fun figuring out Prowler stance. Alex level 1 is Raging Spear, where he leaps forward, hit devastating moves, him having a spear level 1 is so cool. The opponent's gonna feel this tomorrow. Alex level 2 is Sledge Cross. That is the name of his V-Trigger 1, Sledge Cross Hammer. I called it. Because I remember that stance, because they would charge this, and it would like guard break, and I think it was like Fireball Invul. I don't remember, it's been a while. It can wall splat if it hit airborne opponent. It also have invincibility for project. We see all that in the trailer. So it transition into hit, but it also will wall splat. So it seems like there is some good combo game with this one. I wonder if it is strike invul, but being projectile invul, that is very, very good. The crowd's gonna go wild in level 3 is the final prison. The wrestler shocks the opponent with a series of phenomenal grabbing moves of one pushing the someone calls a wampulance. Let's hear it from our hometown, like other legacy characters, inspired by the BNS First 3 with his trademark and red bandana, gets this with fighter coin or whatever. And this is the band, that's it. So is this a taunt or whatever? Because why is he having this idle stance with his costume? Finally, super anime. You can hear a bit in the game later. What's at the end of the game later? Alex has another level 2 Aureus after an OD power bomb. Alex can transition into the Omega Wing Buster. We wonder why this move looks this maybe super scanning Omega and he has some captures. Yeah. That's actually really unique. I think he's probably like the only character in the game with a that can combo into super from a command grab. That actually is cute, but it's only from his OD power drop. So it's only from the OD command grab once you already like because you kind of have to make them back turned, so you're gonna have to hit this against. You're gonna have to hit the flash shot first. So it's not really like a combo from command grab, but it's just like a specific follow up. This seems to me like it's probably gonna be like, unless this does like massive damage, this seems like it's just like a straight up combo ender, right? It doesn't seem like you're gonna be able to use it any other way. That's cool. Anyways, Alex looks cool. I don't know how he will fare in gameplay. It seems to me like he's a character that will be made, or he's gonna make or break depending on the stance. And it seems like everything's tied to that stance. So I'm interested to see how it will all play out. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Alex? I will leave a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.